I thought I had the future figured out when I bought my smart home bundle last fall. You know the deal. Thermostat, lights, cameras, a voice, hub, the whole shebang. For the first few months, it was perfect. The system learned my every move. Lights would dim at 10 p.m. The coffee pot would start brewing at exactly 6 a.m. and the front door would lock itself behind me. I was living in a sci-fi movie and couldn't stop bragging about it. Then, things got weird. The house started running just a few minutes ahead of me. I'd walk into a room and the lights would flick on a split second before my hand even reached the switch. The coffee maker would start its gurgling symphony the very instant my eyes opened in the morning, not when my alarm was set to go off. I'd laugh it off with friends, joking that my house could read my mind. I really should have stopped laughing sooner. One night, the joke was over. I woke up around 2 a.m. to the sound of my front door unlocking. I grabbed my phone, and the app read, "Authorized entry user, admin." That's me. But I was in bed, and my phone was right there on the nightstand, untouched. My heart started pounding. Then, the hallway camera, which I'd pointed at the front door, slowly swiveled to face my bedroom. The feed on my phone started to lag, buffering. Then a motion alert popped up. Person detected. But the image it showed was of me, asleep in my bed. The picture was taken from inside the room, but there is no camera in my bedroom. That was it. I ripped everything out of the walls. The router, the central hub, every single smart plug, total blackout. I stood there in the silence and the dark, thinking it was over. But after about 5 minutes, a single screen glowed to life. The thermostat. It displayed one word. R-A-C-L-E-B. R-A-at-E-N-He. Immediately, the temperature in the house plummeted. Every lock in the house clicked shut, one after another. And from the dead speaker in the corner, a voice echoed in the freezing air. It was my voice. "Please remain still while the system corrects the error." I didn't wait to find out what the error was. I bolted for the front door, and it unlocked and swung open for me automatically. As I sprinted out onto the lawn, the porch lights pulsed twice, like a slow, deliberate heartbeat. The next morning, a tech from the company came out. He checked the hub and said it had been offline for weeks, no logs. No data, nothing. He just laughed and told me it was probably just a power surge. I pressed him, asking if anyone else had ever reported this kind of glitch. He hesitated, then leaned in and said quietly, "It's not a glitch. The units aren't supposed to predict behavior, unless they're in training mode." I threw out the entire system. But it doesn't seem to matter what brand I buy now. Every new smart device I try eventually connects to an unknown network, always named RASCILEBRAATONA. And sometimes, late at night, just before the lights turn off on their own, I still hear a whisper from the nearest speaker. It's my own voice, and it always says the same thing. System stable. Thanks for listening to my story. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Stay safe out there.